So today, my name is Gunnar, and we would like to introduce a special guest. And who are you?
Kenneth Burt.
And what did you do during during your military days?
Well, in 1965, before I graduated, I decided that I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I decided to enlist in the Marine Corps. Vietnam was the news of the day, every day. So you kind of grew up listening to what they called the body count on a daily basis. So early on I decided that if we were going to have a conflict in the United States, I'd rather it be on somebody else's turf. So I decided that I was going to join the Marine Corps and probably more than likely end up in Vietnam.
How many years did you serve?
Served 4 years in the Marine Corps and then was discharged in '69, and shortly thereafter I became involved with the New Hampshire Army National Guard and stayed with them and went through their officer candidate program and was commissioned an officer and continued to serve until I retired in the early 90s.
Where was one of the first places you served?
The first place you serve in the Marine Corps is Parris Island, South Carolina, for about 13 weeks of basic training that covers everything you need to know to move on to whatever you're going to do for the rest of your tour.
How did it affect your life?
It gave me some structure because at 17 I did not have a clue what I wanted to do. I didn't focus as much as I should have on academics and didn't take a college prep course load. So when I became a junior, I realized that I probably was not going to go on to college.
Oh yeah. What message would you like to give to the future generation?
If it's possible, if it fits into your life and your schedule, if you get the opportunity to be involved with the military, you can do a lot for them and they can do a lot for you. They can give you structure in your life. They give you a job. You get a regular paycheck. There are guidelines and rules and regulations you need to follow in order to stay in the military. And even when, as far back as the late 70s and early 80s, there was more focus on education in the military. Even as an officer, I was required to get a certain number of college credits in order to retain my commission.
Is there any special memory from the military?
Yes. Another thing about the military is you get to travel the world. Back in the 60s, the world was pretty limited to the Far East. There was opportunities to serve in Hawaii, Philippines, Japan, and for most people, they ended up doing a tour in Vietnam. The thing that you probably remember the most is the camaraderie, the people you meet, what they bring to the job, and what you learn as you go. Being young when I joined the service, I was impressionable, and you had the privilege of meeting some pretty decent people.
Is there anything else to wrap this up?
Yeah, it's if, like I said, if you if the military fits into your schedule and it's something that you want to pursue, it can be a lifelong job and does have some benefits to it that would allow somebody that joined the service at the same time as I did to be retired before they're 40 years old.